I'm being told 7 people that was injured. Not all of them was gunshots. Some of them was due to an accident. There is no deceased at this time. No one was killed from this, thankfully.
Randall Weddle is the mayor of London, Kentucky. The suspect hasn't been caught. Just 2 days to go.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump face off in their first ever debate. Harris is camped out in Pittsburgh this weekend to study up.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez, the former president, rallied in Wisconsin yesterday. Fox News Radio will provide live coverage and a simulcast of the ABC debate. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Introducing Coin. That's COIGN.com. Coin is America's first credit card built by and for conservatives. Backed by Visa, Coin supports causes you care about every time you spend right at no cost to you and earn 1% cashback rewards on every purchase. Sign up today at COIGN.com. Select radio in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Terms apply. Go to coin.com/disclosures for full details.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
New fears about the health of the economy trigger big losses on Wall Street. The Dow lost 410 points. The S&P 500 fell 95. Their worst weekly losses since March of 2023. Losing 437 points, NASDAQ recorded its largest percentage loss since January of 2022. The lackluster jobs report didn't help. The Labor Department reporting a gain of 142,000 jobs in August, fewer than analysts projected. And then there were the tech stocks. NVIDIA dropped 14%, losing $406 billion in market capitalization. Dow Jones market data says that's the biggest market value loss ever from a single company. Broadcom dropped 10% after lowering its revenue forecast. Troubled retailer Big Lots preparing a Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. Bloomberg reports it could be filed as early as this weekend. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jack Callahan. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown. Every Monday and Friday, Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you. Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Have you heard? Affordable healthcare is better than ever. And right now there are more carriers and plans to choose from. If you're between 18 and 64 years old with a household income of $25,000 or less, this message is for you. Right now, the government's Affordable Care Act is available for individual and family health coverage plans with little to no cost to you. Don't gamble your health. Call Health Care for All. 70% of callers qualify for a zero-cost health care coverage. See if you are one of them. Call now. Our agents are standing by to help you get the health insurance plan you and your family needs and deserves. If you're uninsured or struggling to afford your current health insurance, help is just a phone call away. This is not Medicaid or Medicare. This is the marketplace with the largest selection of healthcare plans from the Affordable Care Act. To find a plan that's right for you, call 800-624-9769. That's 800-624-9769.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In college football on Saturday night, number 2 Ohio State shut out Western Michigan 56-0. Fourth-ranked Alabama over South Florida 42-16. This was just a 1-point game with 10:05 left in the fourth quarter. After that, Alabama outscored South Florida 28-3. Seventh-ranked Oregon defeated Boise State 37-34. Atticus Sappington, the game-winning 25-yard field goal at the gun for the Ducks. And number 13 USC shut out Utah State 48-0. In Major League Baseball Saturday night, the Los Angeles Dodgers scored 6 runs in the first inning for a 7-2 win over Cleveland. They now lead the NL West by 5 over the Padres, who lost to the Giants 6-3 as San Francisco rookie Grant McRae hit 2 home runs and had 5 RBI. In the WNBA, the Chicago Sky announced star rookie Angel Reese suffered a season-ending wrist injury in a game on Friday night.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Broken clouds in Troy, getting down to 45 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 80s, sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 80s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 56. In Warrenton it's 52 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, good Sunday morning. It is time for Uncensored Wrestling Talk here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, here in the new Gateway Fiber Studios. Of course, we'll be live on the KYRO Facebook page, Traveling East Productions Facebook page, and YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe. And, of course, also on the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page. Gotta say a huge thank you to our main sponsor for this show, World League Wrestling, the house that Harley Race built, coming up soon on 25 years. In studio with me, as always, we've got our referee, H.D. Daniels. Good morning, my friend.
Hello. Good morning.
And also, sitting to his right, straight across from me, the one and only superfan, Tim Williams.
Good morning, everyone. A little bit hoarse today after all the yelling from last night's event, so bear with me, but we're going to get rocking and rolling today.
That's right. And what an event it was last night. We had a big tailgate party that went on before the event, that went on from 3 until 5.
Yeah, absolutely. A shout out to David from the Lions Club.
David Norman, the alderman from Troy.
Yep. Great food. I mean, the burgers were awesome. The pork steaks he did were delicious, and so were the brats. So much thank you, Tim, for putting that on and supplying us with some good food.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was out there for the first 20 to 30 minutes of it, and a crowd really was starting to gather out there, and it's always awesome to see all the wrestling fans getting together and just having fun together.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, Sarge, maybe you don't want to talk about it right now. Maybe you want to take a minute. Maybe we'll talk about it later, but I just want to make sure that you're all right after a certain incident that happened last night.
Well, I was at the hospital last night until early this morning,
right,
and keeping me for observation, as they say.
Sure.
Physically, I'm gonna be okay. It's my heart that hurts more because of what happened. You both know. I'm as friendly as I can be with everyone in the back, and I give everybody the chance and the opportunity to speak their mind, basically, to get what's on their chest off. And what happened last night was unfortunate.
No, what happened last night was an atrocity.
Well, and everybody that wasn't there last night, that video, those episodes, go to World League Wrestling Facebook, like and subscribe to that page. Also the YouTube channel as well for Showdown, and very soon you'll unfortunately get to see exactly what happened. But
yeah, I hate to cut you off.
Mhm.
And HD, bear with me for a second. You know, last night, I'm going to do a little bit of spoiler for everybody, but last night was a great event, and there was an award given.
Mm-hmm.
A well-deserving award. And Skylar, I don't know what's going on with her. I mean, she's your friend.
I was trying to find out. But
She's your friend. She sat in these chairs several times doing the program with you.
Yeah.
And what she did last night not only was an assault on a hero, a veteran, but my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. I 100%, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. I say thank you to HD. You know, I know that you were telling me beforehand that a lot of people were trying to get in touch with you throughout the night.
I mean, people are concerned. It came out of nowhere. We've been noticing a change of attitude with Skylar lately, but
sure,
what happened came literally out of nowhere, out of the blue. I understand you may not want to talk about it, and you may just want people to watch it. It may be hard to talk about.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And that's hard for me.
Yeah.
Because you guys know, everybody listens know, a lot of people say I've got the gift for gab, I guess. But what happened last night was a shocker. That's all I can really say. It was a shocker to me.
And I want to say one thing. Skylar, I'm looking at you, and I'm pointing at you. You owe an apology.
Well, and you know, the show has to go on.
Sure.
The show still goes on. I've still got a job to do, and you know, I will still do my job at World League Wrestling with due diligence and with the same reverence that I do all the time. You know.
Well, we're glad you're at least here the very next morning. You know, we're proud that you're here, and I think our listeners are glad that you made it in this morning.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that very, very much. But you know, it was a huge night last night. Not just because of that. I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about the fans, and the action going on in the ring, the wrestlers, and all of that. I mean, it's what we live for, right? It's our getaway time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's a great event. It's awesome to forget all your troubles and everybody to come together in one place, scream, yell, and have a blast. So, you know, I've been a big proponent of, you know, come to these events. I guarantee it's going to change you, and you're going to come each and every time they put on a great show.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% concur. And you know what? Even though what happened last night happened, and other things that happened that we're going to get into, honestly, for me, I wouldn't change a thing. I really wouldn't, because you know what? This industry is the absolute best industry in the world to me. The best entertainment industry, the best drama industry. I mean, anything that you could think of, you guys know.
Yeah, I mean, it fills that void for me. I mean, just being there amongst the crowd, it was great even beforehand. I was talking to people, and people are actually kind of starting to recognize that I'm kind of tag teaming a lot with you on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. So it was kind of nice. I had my top hat and my vest on, and I had a person come up to me and go, "Are you wrestling tonight, or are you a former wrestler?" And I'm like, "No, I wish I was, but..." You know.
Well, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank HD enough for taking the time to come in here and do this show with me.
Oh, it's a blast.
It's so much fun,
Yep.
and I wouldn't change it. Again, I wouldn't change this for the world either. But here in just a few minutes, we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna get into all the other happenings that happened last night. But real quick, I want to let everybody know that the next event is going to be on October the 5th, and we seen it again last night, gentlemen. That if you wait until the last minute, if you wait until you go up to the ticket window, you're gonna get turned away because the tickets they go nowadays. If you wait just a couple of days after they go on sale, you could very well be missing out.
Oh, absolutely. I think it was like 1 or 2 days, and I was going to get in the front row. Nope, sold out.
Yeah, I heard people being turned away from front row last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want front row, you better be getting on there the second it goes on sale. Honestly,
yep.
That's the bottom line of it. The wrestling industry is getting hotter and hotter and hotter every single day, and it's almost like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like we're just at the bottom of the mountain right now. You know what I mean? And there's still a huge plateau to climb, and it's only going to keep getting better and better, especially for World League Wrestling.
World League is on the cusp of something big. The anniversary show, in my opinion, will be the start of that uphill ascension.
Mm-hmm.
Something big is coming.
Something very, very big,
Yeah.
and you can just that's the wild thing, and even for like us when we first get there to the arena, no fans are in there quite yet. You could feel the electricity in the room.
Yes.
You can feel the build up, and we don't know what it is, yet, but we know something major is right around the corner, And then when the fans start piling in, it's that euphoric feeling that no drug could ever give you.
There's a certain buzz before a show starts.
Oh, yes.
Before the bell rings, even for us that work there, one of my favorite things about being a part of wrestling is being with the crew before the show starts, preparing for the show, and then we go backstage, we continue our plan for the show, and then the fans start rolling in.
Yeah.
There's something great's going to happen.
I try to, with the little bit of time that we have, when the doors first open before that first match starts, and really that time goes by fast, very quickly. But I've always tried to. I wasn't able to last night, but I try to go out and say hello to at least some of the folks that are there around the ring, and every single time that I go out there, like you said, there's that buzz and there's that here we go feeling, right?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, I get there and the hairs on my arm start standing up.
Goosebumps.
You get goosebumps as soon as you walk in there, and everybody. You see the really young ones just now learning. Then you see all age groups going up, and everybody. You just feel the excitement, and you hairs on the back of your neck. Everything is just gets you going, and then you just can't wait for that first bell.
Absolutely.
And then you see Ben come out all proud, getting in the ring with the mic, and you go, yeah, we're ready.
You know what's really cool? What's really cool to me with Ben Simon is how he gets that crowd hyped up even more than what they already are, especially with that countdown that he does each and every show.
Ben is great. The best around. Yeah, he's great announcer.
Yeah, absolutely. I concur that the best ring announcer that we've got in the St. Louis area, the Midwest, and you know what? I'm going to say it. This is my own personal feeling, but the entire independent scene.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
So, we are going to take a real quick break here, but when we come back, we're going to get into some of these crazy matches, and they were crazy matches last night for Stars and Stripes 3 WLW, and we'll get into that right after this.
For residential renovation, remodeling, fireplace services, and installation, call First Due Contracting LLC.
Hi, this is Matt King. For all your jobs, big and small, call First Due Contracting LLC at 636-359-6924.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank and Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
24-hour towing and recovery in Lincoln, Warren, Pike, or St. Charles County. Call B&B Towing, 636-262-3865. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. B&B will be on the way, 636-262-3865.
Well, welcome back. Uncensored Wrestling Talk here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, in the new Gateway Fiber Studios. Our feed is up and running right now on the KYRO Facebook page, Traveling East Productions Facebook and YouTube channel, and of course the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page as well. Now, let's, gentlemen, let's get into this because, again, a crazy, crazy night. So, we usually try to have a dark match, a preliminary match, and last night we had another one. And that first match, we had Aiden Riley taking on a newcomer to World League Wrestling, The Natural, Atlas Armstrong, and surprisingly, not surprisingly, Superstar Steve was out with the one and only All Day Aiden Riley.
Yeah, I mean, he came out and... Aiden had his lead pipe with him. I thought for sure he was going to use the lead pipe. But Steve came out proud, like he's got a little minion now to do his bidding. And the Natural tried. Wasn't successful. But a real good showing before even the event started.
Yeah, I think he, newcomer to WLW. I think he had a good showing, just like you said, and we saw him later on in the show.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised that he wrestled twice.
Yeah, a couple of the wrestlers last night had to. They pulled double duty.
Yes.
But the first actual match of the main card, we saw these two young gentlemen. I call them young gentlemen. They had a match at the last event, and it was, of course, the Sergeant-at-Arms, Blade Lennox, taking on big Mike Maverick, 6'8", 275 pounds of just wow. Now, the last event, Blade Lennox was able to score that pinfall and gain that victory for his first victory in singles competition here at World League Wrestling. And then later on in the night for the Door to Destiny Rumble, you were out there, HD. Big Mike was able to eliminate Blade Lennox. So both of these gentlemen, they both asked for a rematch for this event, and it was granted. And the two of them went tooth and nail that entire match.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a great way to start the event. Big Mike came out showing his power, his size, his strength. Blade really moved well. The crowd got into it really fast.
Being in the ring with those two, I've got to see Blade a few times firsthand. He is really making a name for himself, establishing himself as a legit competitor. Big Mike, however, took the victory last night, and his intensity in the ring I think it's only going to get more and more intense, I should say.
Mhm.
And his choke slam was brutal.
Well, I got to have an interview with Big Mike for the first time last night, and he absolutely dwarfs over everybody. But in no uncertain terms, he has said that no matter who it is that steps into the ring with him from here on out, they're going to be looking up at the ceiling and staring at the lights, because he's going to get the victory regardless how he's got to do it each and every single time.
I don't think he has to do much to do it. He's got all the skills needed.
For sure.
Yeah, I look at him and I'm like, young Terry Bam Bam Gordy. Huge guy. He's going to make waves in WLW. And personally, I think now that they're 1-1, let's get a rubber match going.
Rubber match. I was thinking the same.
Yeah. But you know what? I think, I don't know how you guys think, but for me, I don't want to see it the very next event. I want to see it at WLW 25.
That's fair.
I think that event should garner a match like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big grudge match.
I think you're right. I think it is going to be a huge grudge match between the two of them. Both of them have that desire and that fire to want to get their hand raised at the end of the match.
Yeah, you can see it's just two young bulls starting their careers out, and they've already got something going.
And again, I do apologize to all of the listeners and the watchers. I'm feeling a little still shaken up, a little woozy, a little bit, I guess the right word's melancholy. But those things happen. And again, if you're not sure what I'm referring to, if you weren't able to make it to the matches last night, go to World League Wrestling Facebook, go to World League Wrestling YouTube channel, like and subscribe. You're going to get to see all the matches in future episodes. You're going to get to see all the interviews, that I do with the guys and the gals in the back. And you'll see what happens. But then, the next match was really intriguing to me, because I know this young man and what has happened to him over these last 6 months. I don't want to say desperately searching, but definitely always trying to get that retribution out of this, because he was backstabbed. He was backstabbed big time at the WLW Night of Champions 5. And of course, I'm referring to the astonishing one, Austin Militalo. And again, if you haven't had the chance to see it yet, go look it up. It's there. Night of Champions 5, he had a match, Austin Militalo, tag teaming with Mason St. Goods and Jack Parker Jr., who was a mountain of a man. I mean, a huge mountain of a man. And they were taking on Dysfunction, the Iron Bear Tom Coffey, of course, Brandon Espinoza, and Kyle Roberts. And Jack Parker Jr. turned. He dug that knife in the back.
Stabbed him in the back.
Hit that good night knee to Mason St. Goods out of nowhere. Nobody's seen that coming. Were you?
I was.
You were the referee for that match, and when he did that, you could hear a hush come across the crowd, which you don't normally hear too often in the wrestling arena. But with that movement, with that happening, Jack Parker Jr. became a member of the most dominant faction that we have in World League Wrestling right now, and that is Dysfunction. At not the last event, but a couple events ago, Austin Militalo tried to get that victory back, tried to secure some dignity, some pride back, and Unfortunately, during that match, the music hit of Dysfunction. He was distracted, and Jack Parker Jr., to his credit, he took full advantage of that and got that 3 count, got that victory. But last night, Jack Parker Jr. taking on the astonishing Austin Mulitalo, and Mulitalo, wow.
Yeah, Mulitalo, man, everybody should know that he's probably my favorite wrestler at WLW. He's an up-and-coming star. He's fast. He's quick. He gets the crowd excited and brings everybody, draws you in. But last night, I thought Jack took him for granted. Jack was talking all night long in the ring at him, mocking chants, mocking people. And I think he took him for granted, and the outcome is what should happen. A little bit of ride the lightning.
Yeah, Austin's on the cusp of... We talked about WLW being on the cusp of something great.
Mm-hmm.
Austin is also, personally for himself, something is big for him in his future. I was in the ring for that match as well. And I somewhat agree that maybe Jack was a little... what's the word you used?
Complacent?
Complacent, perhaps. But that match was intense, and it was long. It was Jack beating down on Austin, and Austin doing what Austin does with his his fieriness and his quick skills. The final pinfall was centimeters away from not being the finish.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised myself when Austin picked up the victory. Jack is just
he's been on a roll.
Right.
I mean, he's been destroying everybody.
He's got fists, and I'm not kidding here. He's got fists the size of ham hocks.
He does.
They're huge, and when they hit you, from what I've been told, it feels like a sledgehammer. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he did say last night. He did tell me that every squirrel finds a nut. He slipped on a banana peel. Fine and dandy. He's moving on. He's going to move on to bigger and better things. And then with the astonishing one, Austin Mulitalo, folks are going to have to see this interview that I did with him, because all I'm going to say is he's got some poignant words for some other folks. And some big things, like you said, coming down the pipe, and he's ready.
Yeah, he needs to ride this victory onward and upward.
Absolutely, for sure, 100%. Now, this match that we're going to talk about really, really surprised me with how it started at the very beginning, because it was Superstar Steve, the WLW World Heavyweight Champion. He has held that belt now for approximately 680 to 690 days. Wow, what an accomplishment, number one, that is, no matter who it is.
Right.
And he, of course, beat the Deliverer Moses back in November of 2024. So coming up, if he holds on to that belt up to WLW 25 anniversary show, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. That's in our company, that's really unheard of.
I agree.
But he took on a man that did double duty last night. And I can't say that I blame him for doing it. The natural Atlas Armstrong. But what surprised me was Superstar Steve taking the initiative, I guess you could say, and saying, you know what, this match, I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you the chance to win this belt right here, the WLW World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, it was shocking that he was actually going to put up the belt against the young newcomer there, but that match, Steve looked like he was playing with his food a little bit.
Yeah, putting up his title shows how cocky he is, right?
Right.
He knew, in his mind, he knew he was going to win.
Yeah, and then he had Aiden in the corner because I was just waiting for Aiden to get involved. Because worst case scenario, if the young newcomer actually does something, I'm sure Aiden's going to make the save on it and cause a disqualification or something.
That's why he's got Aiden by his side.
Yeah. And of course, you can't forget the fact that now with Aiden Riley, he's carrying around that crazy heavy lead pipe, which I've heard him call it his equalizer. And wow. Holy crud. I mean, the what he did to Camaro Jackson at the last event, man, talk about disgusting.
Yeah.
And like we started off talking about at the beginning, I'm friendly with everybody.
Yeah.
No matter who it is, but I have seen the changes in that young man, and I can't say that I like it.
Yeah, we'll get into the main event as the show goes on, but Aiden made a post last night.
Mm-hmm.
He made a mistake not using the pipe, and he wants to use the pipe going further. So dangerous things are in WLW's future, I think.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
And again, if you haven't seen it, it's in the replays. You can go back and watch it. After that last event, I had Aiden Riley here in studio. And he brought that crazy lead pipe with him. I was a little worried, to be quite honest, because his demeanor has taken a complete 180-degree turn.
There's something going on in WLW with this new attitude, with Skyler, with Aiden, Jack Parker Jr. we just talked about. There's some negative dark cloud going on that's changing people.
Man, wow.
Are they listening to Dysfunction and just trying to create chaos?
Possibly. I mean, Jack did join Dysfunction.
He did.
So,
yeah. And with Dysfunction, I've said this before. I'll say it again. Now they've got 2 times the muscle in Jack Parker Jr. and the Iron Bear. We can't forget the Iron Bear Tom Coffey. Both of those guys. I don't know which one's bigger, honestly.
One of them might be taller. One of them might be wider.
You said it, not me.
You're probably up close and personal. You might be able to judge that.
Then you've got, of course, Brandon Espinoza, the leader of the entire group.
The madman.
The madman. Well, I think the madman, the lunatic.
Sure.
Kyle Roberts in that crazy 8-ball.
Sure.
That he the change that's happened in him too. I mean, last year we saw Dysfunction really, truly, we thought, coming apart at the seams, and they had one crazy hardcore Dysfunction rules match.
That was
which seen all 3 members involved in that.
One of the craziest matches I've ever been a part of. I mean, tables, Legos.
Stepping on Legos is one thing, and that, you know what? I'm a dad. Your dad.
Exactly.
Your dad. We've all stepped on things that we did not want to step because the child has left it on the floor.
Yeah.
Getting planted into 1,000 Legos like they were doing, I don't know which is worse, going through a table or landing on Legos.
It was insanity. I don't know how much time we want to spend on this, but there was a moment where Kyle was being choked out with a chain in that match, and it was legitimately scary to me.
Mhm.
I almost had to stop the match because of what was going on.
Oh, I totally forgot you were the referee on that one.
And then I think you're segueing into this fact that we thought they broke up, and now they're back together.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dysfunction is a powerhouse.
And it wasn't long that they were apart.
Right.
That's what's bothered me, I guess.
It's the control Espinoza has over his team.
Wow.
I don't know if he's doing chants behind the scene or something, but yeah, he's
Right.
getting into these kids' heads.
Yes.
And he's giving them an attitude or something that really they shouldn't be doing.
You know, something that C.T. Harrison has posted on the Facebook page in the comment section. Austin, I'm talking about Austin Mulitalo real quick. He is a full package, and he's got a bright future and a work ethic that just won't quit. And I absolutely 100% concur with that. And I know you guys see it as well.
Yeah, I see it when we're in the ring for sure, and backstage.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right, well, we are up against our second break of the hour already. This show's going by quick as usual. Hold on to your seats. We will be right back with more of what happened last night at Stars and Stripes WLW.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center, setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations. Stop in or order online for carryout at DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com. Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy and on Monday in Winfield. That's Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran owned and operated. Bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County. Hasta pronto!
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's farm auction and acreage expert Dan Stokes.
You know, Meyer & Company's been in the business for over 40 years. We specialize in things called 1031 exchanges, so we're very versed in how to exchange farm ground for other farm ground. So it's something that we do on a daily basis, and we really enjoy doing it.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
It's still a pretty strong seller's market. Dollars per acre is still high. If you're able to connect with a good agent and you can find something off market, we do that all the time, and you know, we're able to still get some deals out there here and there.
Dan Stokes.
You can either call my cell phone at 314-971-0654, or you can call the brokerage at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for Home Sweet Home. We're for condos, tutors, single wides, and studios. We're for ranches, houseboats, 2 stories or 20, red cedar, bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi and set over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your heels in a high-rise or hanging up your hat in the boot heel. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
Call Sandy Turner at 107B North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-528-8443.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Scattered clouds in Troy, getting down to 44 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 80s, sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 80s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 62. In Warrenton it's 61 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the new Gateway Fiber Studios on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. The KYRO Facebook page, Traveling East Productions Facebook and YouTube. Go like and subscribe. And of course, you know, the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page. Join us with your comments and your questions on that section there on the Facebook. Sorry, my words are still...
It's understandable.
It's hard to think sometimes, you know what I mean?
I do.
You've gotten hit many times, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I've gone down in the ring, but never had to do a radio show the day after.
Oof. It's a little rough, but, you know, we're getting through it. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Last night, a big tag team match. When we were just talking about these two, Dysfunction, the tag team champions, Brandon Espinoza, Kyle Roberts, number one, wow, going out there, they just have this aura about them of don't mess with me because you're going to get hurt. And, it's like seeing your worst enemy walk through the door and you having to take a step back and gather your thoughts of, wow, what am I going to do here? But they took on last night a tag team that I think, here in World League Wrestling has all the potential in the world, and that is the Premier, Campbell Myers and SK Bishop.
Yeah, last night, just being at the arena and how close you sit, Brandon comes out, he just had that look about him last night that he was just that crazed look in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, yeah, he always looks crazy, but last night Brandon looked like there was something else going on. He was hearing voices or something. Match was great. Poor Bishop, they put one on him last night. So,
well, to talk about that point that you just said, though, that crazed look in Brandon Espinosa's eyes, we've seen that out of Kyle a little bit with the Iron Bear Tom Coffey, and now it's happening with Jack Parker Jr. as well. But with Brandon Espinosa in the past, he's also always been, it's weird, like a reserved type mantra about him, because he's the puppeteer, he's the puppeteer master, right? But last night, like you said, there was something different. There was really something different about Brandon Espinosa.
There was a calm about him, right? Like a certain calm, but crazy at the same time, because I was in the ring for that match as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Premier challenged them, took them to the limit. There were a few close calls in that match. Ultimately, Dysfunction picked up the victory, still the tag team champions. But there was, not going to say completely different, but there was a different aura, as you said about Brandon last night.
No, I had to leave last night because of, well,
an incident.
Yeah, but that match was for the WLW Tag Team Championships. But and even though what happened, I still think the Premier Campbell Myers and SK Bishop, they have the potential to grab those championship belts pretty much at any moment. And that's the thing that worries me about Dysfunction, because with Dysfunction, it's not just Brandon Espinosa and Kyle Roberts. There's many other members to this thing, and they will do whatever it takes to hold on to those championships.
Yes, sir. They make my job very difficult in the ring. I can call what I see, but they do whatever, just as you said. What's the word I'm looking for? Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'll be honest, last night they didn't do a lot of different tactics, surprisingly enough. I figure Brandon was going to revert back and pull something out of the bag or something. But to be honest, actually, I'll give Dysfunction credit. Last night, they won straight up.
They know what they're doing.
They're
not
absolutely.
They're not the champion.
They deviously know what they're doing.
Right.
Yes, they're the champions for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But when they feel the need, they may resort to underhanded tactics. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Then that main event. The main event last night, you guys are going to have to tell me about this one. I've heard bits and pieces. The Grand Regent, Camaro Jackson, asked for this rematch from last month. From last month's event, October the 5th, Summer Sizzling. Himself, Aiden Riley, having that match. Aiden Riley, like you said before, HD, there's been a little bit of a dark cloud hanging over some of these folks. A gathering storm, I guess, if you will. First, he slapped Leland Race as he was coming out of the office. Then during that match that he had with the Legacy, again, slapping him in the face at the end of the match. Wow. Then having that match with Camaro Jackson last month, slapping him in the face, not caring. Well, at that time, you know, Camaro Jackson saw red. He did. He completely was like, oh heck no, and made short order of Aiden Riley. But Aiden Riley, he went to the back, he grabbed that crazy lead pipe, he came back out, he did a number on that left leg of Camaro Jackson, and then ran like a rat. I'm gonna say it, it might get me in trouble again, but he ran like a rat. Came on this show the very next day, was proud of what he had done. Then last night, again, carrying that crazy lead pipe like it's a trophy. Willing and ready to use it on anybody, especially now with Superstar Steve by his side. Camaro, like I said, the Grand Region asked for the rematch. He wanted some payback on young Aiden Riley, and we saw that. Wow.
Camaro had revenge on his mind, and I think he got it, but he paid for it after the match was over.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of that we can really talk about here. That's another one of those things that you have to see it to believe it. You have to see it to really get the gist, because we can talk about it all day long, but seeing it is completely different.
I don't know if words can do justice. What happened after Camaro picked up the victory? There was another incident last night. I think there's a theme going on, but
I'm worried.
Yes,
and not for myself. I'm worried for WLW.
I think after what we saw last night, that anxiety you have is legitimate. I've never seen anything like that at WLW before. I did my best to put an end to it, but I had to leave the ring. There was an intensity that I was uncomfortable with, and we all tried to stop it as a team, but we couldn't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
As a fan, I was disgusted with what happened. I mean, again, but to be honest, if you didn't have a ticket and you weren't there, you're going to have to wait and find out.
Yeah. I mean,
but when you do, you're going to feel the disgust that I have, because what happened after the match, everybody was into the match, especially when Camaro was just taking Aiden and chopping him and lighting his chest up and his back up and taking him around the ring. And I'll give Aiden credit. He actually put up a good fight last night. I'll give him credit.
That's what I've heard.
Without a pipe, just one-on-one, man-on-man. He put up a good fight.
Well, let me ask you this, because, you know, for that match, Aiden Riley came out for Superstar Steve, and vice versa happened at the very beginning of the night. Did Superstar Steve come out with Aiden Riley for this match as well?
So whenever a match is over, I make it a habit of myself to make sure everyone is okay, who took the pinfall, make sure they're okay, make sure they're safe, there's no injuries.
Sure.
Check on the victor, make sure he's okay, raise their hands. I did not have that ability or that opportunity to do that last night, because after the three, I turn around, Superstar Steve is right in the ring. He appeared out of nowhere.
He was in your face.
He wasn't in my face right away. He was in Camaro's face right away. He got in my face when I tried to stop it, and I had to leave for my own safety.
Oh my. Oh wow. Well, that's definitely something, Vans, that I want to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see, but I don't want to see at the same time. If that makes any sense.
You'll be disgusted. I guarantee the stuff that went down. I was thinking about it all night long, and just I hope Camaro's okay.
Yeah.
He had to be carried to the back.
Yeah. 3 wrestlers had to carry him to the back. Literally, he could not walk.
Oh my!
We can only hope that he's ready by the anniversary show. Get some revenge.
Well, if you wanna know what happened again, go to World League Wrestling's Facebook page, like and follow. Go to the World League Wrestling YouTube channel, like and subscribe on that, because you're gonna see the episodes of World League Wrestling Showdown show up there on both. A lot of times on both platforms, and I'm guessing that we're gonna see exactly what happened there, and I just wonder what this does for Camaro and his opportunity that he legitimately won from competing in that Door to Destiny Rumble.
Yeah, he earned his opportunity at the championship. And if I know Camaro, which I do, he'll be there. Will he be 100%? We don't know right now.
Well, I know for me personally, my thoughts go out to Camaro. I hope that he is okay. I hope that he's able to heal. I hope that everything's all right. And I hope that he's able to make it, because, like I said, he deserves it, and he earned it from that victory at the Door to Destiny Rumble.
He was supposed to be on today, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
And now he can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was scheduled to be on this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy world we live in in World League Wrestling.
Yeah. He was able to come back from the lead pipe shot to the leg.
Sure. And he was noticeably, I'll say it. I was there, at the event. He was hurting. He was probably at about 40%, honestly, going into that Door to Destiny Rumble.
He looked fine last night, but this one, I don't know. I really don't know. I have not seen a wrestler literally have to be carried out.
Yeah.
It's something for all you fans out there. You want to see this one and see what happened.
Well, to see everything that happened, again, I can't say it enough. Go to World League Wrestling Facebook page, go to the YouTube channel, find out what's going on. October the 5th is the next event. As soon as those tickets go on sale, you've got to get them, because they go quick, they go fast. So many sellouts. I can't even begin to say how many sellouts we've had just in the last 6 months alone. And that's not just at the Race Wrestling Arena. That's everywhere that we've been going to. Fort Leonard Wood, St. Joe, Fort Scott, Kansas, everywhere. Get your tickets, get them fast, get them quick, and don't wait. Don't wait till the last second. Don't wait until the doors open, because you might be out of luck. You just might be out of luck.
Yeah, I can guarantee you last night it was out of luck. So, great event. And for people who missed it, unfortunately, there's some disgusting things that happened last night. I see it looks like Skylar's watching right now.
Well, I see that as well.
I'm disgusted by you, Skylar.
I'm friendly with everybody. Yeah. I don't care who you are. I give you the chance to speak your mind on the microphone. That's what happened last night. That's all I'm going to say.
Sure.
That's all I can say. But we are coming up at the end already of the very first hour. Wow, this first hour has gone by quickly. When we come back, another event that was going on last night. A lot of crazy things happening in this one too, and it's of course AEW All Out, and many championships fought for, many championships on the line, and I'm surprised. I'm really surprised with some of the antics and the situations and the outcomes of some of these matches and the aftermath. And we're going to get into all that, plus everything else going on in the world of professional wrestling, as soon as we come back here in just a few moments, here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and of course also on all of our Facebook feeds. Join us for the conversations.
The Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Jack Callahan. A manhunt continues in southeastern Kentucky. Police searching for a gunman who was shooting at traffic last night on I-75. London, Kentucky Mayor Randall Weddle saying in a video posted to social media.
Call 911 if you think you've seen this individual or you hear something. We're asking, please do not go out your back door or your front doors just shooting a gun. You may hit one of our first responders.
As many as 7 people have been hurt. There was a warning before Wednesday's deadly school shooting in Georgia. A relative of the suspect says the teenager's mom called the Appalachia High School about 30 minutes before Wednesday's killings to warn them of an emergency involving her son. 3 Israeli citizens have been killed in a shooting in the bridge that connects Jordan to the West Bank. Security forces returned fire and killed the assailant. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Introducing Coin. That's COIGN.com. Coin is America's first credit card built by and for conservatives. Backed by Visa, Coin supports causes you care about every time you spend right at no cost to you and earn 1% cashback rewards on every purchase. Sign up today at COIGN.com. Select radio in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Terms apply. Go to coin.com/disclosures for full details.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
New fears about the health of the economy trigger big losses on Wall Street. The Dow lost 410 points. The S&P 500 fell 95. The worst weekly losses since March of 2023. Losing 437 points, NASDAQ recorded its largest percentage loss since January of 2022. The lackluster jobs report didn't help. The Labor Department reporting a gain of 142,000 jobs in August, fewer than analysts projected. And then there were the tech stocks. NVIDIA dropped 14%, losing $406 billion in market capitalization. Dow Jones market data says that's the biggest market value loss ever from a single company. Broadcom dropped 10% after lowering its revenue forecast. Troubled retailer Big Lots preparing a Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. Bloomberg reports it could be filed as early as this weekend. And that's your Fox Business Reports. I'm Jack Callahan. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown. Every Monday and Friday, Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you. Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcast.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mountaintop Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on.
King, we don't have one.
What? You're an auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on.
Nope, no quote, unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why?
Why?
Because usually those sales promotion at other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play those games at Mountaintop. We're not about sales, we're about true savings.
I like that. No sales, just savings. You're saying come in, check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that your pricing is always super competitive.
Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower. And with our great prices, we're confident we can get you set up the right way.
You heard it. Great pricing, great inventory, great people to work with. And there's a reason Mountaintop Motor Company has over 1,000 five-star reviews. Please don't settle for just any dealership. Aim higher and go visit the good guys in Troy. MountaintopMotors.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, Here's Isaac Lowenkron.
NFL media reports that Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott has agreed to a new 4-year, $240 million contract with $231 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid player in all of NFL history. Miami Dolphins star receiver Tyreek Hill was briefly detained and handcuffed by police today due to a driving violation 1 block away from Hard Rock Stadium preceding today's game against Jacksonville. The Dolphins say that Hill will play today. ESPN reporting that Hill was cited for reckless driving and was placed in handcuffs after getting into a verbal altercation with police. NFL media reports Justin Fields will start at quarterback today for the Pittsburgh Steelers due to Russell Wilson's calf injury. Cincinnati receiver Jamar Chase is active for their game against the Patriots.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Scattered clouds in Troy, getting down to 44 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 80s, sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 80s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 62. In Warrenton it's 61 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground, Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the new Gateway Fiber Studios here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. All of our Facebook feeds, YouTube channels, Rumble channels, the whole 9 yards, the whole gamut. Join in on our conversations that we're having. Here in just a few moments, we're going to talk about the AEW All Out pay-per-view card that happened last night. Some really big matches happening in that one. But Superfan Tim, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, as we were talking about stuff during the break, someone like Skylar, she's just really read me wrong. And you know what? There's even a comment out there that she doesn't care. You know what? If she doesn't care, she should not be on this show. She was on this show several times. And great interview, great friend of the show. And now she says, I don't care.
Well, she's been on this show more times than anybody else. But as a broadcaster, as an interviewer, I have to say that Skylar Sparks, there's always the opportunity to speak your piece on these microphones, and I will not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened.
You're saying even after what happened last night, you'll have her back?
Absolutely. I can't. That would not be fair of me. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be fair of me.
She just gets my blood boiling right now. I mean, like I said, what happened to my friend? I feel like we've bonded, and my friend over here and what she did, absolutely not.
Again though, I have to keep that invitation open to anyone and everyone, no matter who they are, to come in and speak their piece.
I guess you'll have to decide if you want to be here if she ever comes in.
That's all I got right on that one. That one's
for sure. But let's steer away from that for a moment. Let's get into some other stuff, because like I said, we're in the second hour here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk. The first hour went by so quickly that this second hour is going to go by even faster. And a lot of stuff to get through and a lot of stuff to talk about. AEW All Out last night. Again, I think it was 3 matches on the pre-show.
Yes.
9 matches altogether on the main card. 12 total. I'm just wondering from a wrestling fan's perspective, and even from a worker's perspective, as a referee, a wrestler, I wonder how can I say this the right way? Is 12 matches too much for a card?
So I'm a fan first, referee second. When I am a referee, I take my job as seriously as possible. I personally enjoy long shows like that as a fan, especially when I'm at home. Turn on the TV, lounge on your couch, and watch wrestling all day, all night. I think it's a great time. It's different when you're there, sitting in the sometimes uncomfortable seats. Although you did pay a lot of money to be there, and you're definitely going to get your money's worth with 12 matches.
Yeah.
There's a reason WrestleMania turned into 2 nights. I don't know if AEW has that option in their future, but 12 matches is long. And usually the AEW fan base sticks with it the entire time. They're usually rowdy the whole time.
Yeah, especially those that are in the stadium, in their arena, and all. But what I'm talking more primarily about is those watching from home.
Right.
What do you think?
Me personally, I enjoy it. Like, oh, there's 12 matches. This is going to be great. Turn on the TV, hang out with the family, sit on the couch. I'm going to be comfortable, and I'm going to have a day of wrestling. It's going to be great.
Okay.
You as a fan, you go.
Well, I'm okay with long events because you definitely get your bang for your buck.
Sure.
But WrestleMania, each match has a story to it. Each match, there's a storyline behind it, and you're trying to figure out what's going to happen, and you get invested. When you throw 12 matches just together, it's great to see all 12 matches, but
have a purpose to each one of those matches.
The purpose and keep you going. I'll personally know that 12 matches, I'm about the 6th or 7th match, I'm kind of tapping out a little bit.
Yeah.
I still want to know what's going on, but by the 6th or 7th match, I'm kind of going, okay.
So, Sarge, you asked me what my opinion is as a member of the business itself, and I also think it's still a great opportunity for people to showcase themselves on television. All Out is a great opportunity for just a match, to be honest with you. Let's have a match. Let's put people on TV, see what they can do.
See, that's what I like about this, because we do have, I don't want to say disagreeing ideas, but different ideas, and that's what this show is all about, different ideas and talking about different things, and again, comments on the Facebook page. In studio, I let everybody say what they want to say, cleaned up a little bit. I'll put it out there, and with that being said, Skylar Sparks has made another comment on the Facebook page, and I'm going to read them as she says them here. If you want to cheer someone, then cheer for Tootie, because I'm not the one. Trying to please all of you has got me to this exact point. So take your disappointment somewhere else. Poignant words from Skylar Sparks.
Poignant words. Understanding it, I get what she's saying. But to be honest, there's a time for ruthless aggression, as some people like to say. Last night was not one of them.
No, again, it happened. It is what it is, right? So let's continue on. With that being said, with AEW, it's a trend though for them. Every pay-per-view, along with the pre-show, of course, is a lot of matches.
Yes,
a lot of matches. But they're not the only ones that do that. NWA at 73, 74, 75th anniversaries that were here in St. Louis. 2-night events.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Like 25 matches total. I think one of those had like 28 matches total.
Right.
As a fan, wow, I was just over the moon with it. Was I worn out by the end of it all? Absolutely.
Those shows can be marathons.
Yeah. As a wrestling fan, you have to realize that, sometimes those things are going to happen, and you're a wrestling fan for a reason, right? And why not just strap in and ride that rocket and have fun with it, right?
There is that argument. There's also the argument that you're trying to collect new fans. Can you get a new fan with an 8-hour show? WrestleMania was 8 hours once.
Yes.
Are you getting new fans with that? I don't know. Are you getting new fans with a 12-match show on a Sunday night? I don't know.
And another comment from the Facebook feed here. Yancey Smith says, good morning, gentlemen, and great to see Mr. H.D. Daniels back in studio. An excellent referee with full of knowledge, and I would absolutely 100% concur with that statement. And something that I guess hasn't really been put out there yet. You've been on the show for 3 weeks in a row now. The first time in studio, second time on the phone last week, this week in studio. You're a permanent fixture here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk now, and you are our senior referee.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation to come back. I love doing the show. And,
absolutely.
Yancey's a friend of mine. I asked him to watch, so
very cool.
Thank you for that.
No, thank you, Yancey, for watching, and tell all your friends, because HD's the best, and that's why we've got him here in studio right now with us. So let's jump into some of these matches that were going on last night before we have to take our first break of the second hour. The Acclaimed, with, of course, daddy-ass Billy Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
They had a match with newcomers, Iron Savages. Have you guys seen the Iron Savages yet?
Yeah, they've actually been doing well, especially on Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Several matches there. Haven't shown the luck yet too much as whenever they get on AEW, but very big team.
Well, sometimes it doesn't happen right away. Sometimes you got to plug away and plug away and plug away, right, HD?
Yeah, before I make that comment, I'm just going to say WLW was so busy last night that I am reacting to your results on the fly here. I have not seen a second of All Out, but I think that might be a good thing for people that might be listening maybe on the radio. We're trying to get new fans to this show even, so if we can help explain what happened last night, it'll help me and help them, because I'll just react as you tell me the results.
Sure.
But I do like, say the tag team again.
Iron Savages?
The Iron Savages. I do like them. They're not on TV all the time. They're on Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah, mainly.
Yeah. I think they'll eventually make it to the big show. I think they have that potential.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the Acclaim did pick up that win against
because
the
everybody
Iron Savages.
loves the Acclaim.
Because everybody loves the Acclaim. Clip. Then also we saw newcomer Hologram, who's I think that so far in this first month and a half of his AEW career has really been shining quite a bit. He tag teamed with Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes, which to me, and we'll get into this in a moment, but it's kind of a bit of an odd fellow type of odd couple tag team. As they went up against the premier athletes, Tony Nese, Ari Daivari, and Josh Woods, and Hologram, Guevara, Rhodes picking up the win in that match. But your guys' thoughts on Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes as the new Ring of Honor tag team champions?
When is Sammy going to turn on Dustin?
Ooh.
That's what he's done all the time. I mean,
are you enjoying it so far, though?
No, I personally love Dustin having a belt.
I think Dustin
he deserves it, and Sammy, I can't. Everybody, he's turned a leaf after being suspended, and
it seems so far that he has.
I think for right now, Dustin is a good foundation for Sammy to have as a partner. If it happens one day and there's a split, we'll deal with it then. But right now, I think they're solid.
Yeah, and then of course the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships isn't the only championship that Dustin Rhodes is holding right now, because you can call him Two Belts Dustin too, just like a couple of other folks that are out there. He holds the Ring of Honor 6-man Tag Team Championships with Ross and Marshall Von Erich.
Exactly. I can't wait to see more of Marshall and Ross and the Von Erichs. I mean, growing up as a fan from WCCW, I mean, anything Von Erich makes my ears perk up. And
sure,
to seeing what these kids and what their dad has taught them, and then to have a little bit of mentorship from Dustin, I can't wait.
And correct me if I'm wrong, one of those Von Erich boys are wrestling just like Kevin Von Erich did back in the day,
barefoot
with no wrestling boots. I see that in today's day and age. Yes, it worked back then, of course. Yeah. Yes, back then. But today, I don't know. Wrestlers these days,
there's still a few. There's still a few that do.
There's still a few, but what I'm getting to is nowadays wrestlers are devious. More devious than what they used to be back in, and they were devious as all get out back in the day. Don't get me wrong, but they see an open foot, it's game on type mentality.
Definitely taking a risk.
For sure. Well, we are up against our very first break of the second hour, and when we come back, we'll continue talking about AEW and all the ongoings from this week in professional wrestling, and we will be right back.
Hi, BJ Walters here. Join us for the News Radio KYRO Sports Flash from the Old Monroe Lumber Company at CN79 in Old Monroe and online at omlumber.com on your home for the Chiefs, Blues, Mizzou, NASCAR, News Radio KYRO.
Old Monroe Lumber Company has the really big tools you need to get the job done right, not only in the retail store but in the rental area too. Bobcats, excavators, dingoes, and lift equipment, including a 65-foot boom lift, scissor lifts, and more. Need something a little smaller? Old Monroe Lumber Company rents saws, log splitters, jackhammers, water pumps, and dump trailers. Just about anything you need delivered to your job site. Take a look online at omlumber.com.
The Moscow Mills Lions Club invites you every second Sunday of the month, 7:30 to noon. All-you-can-eat breakfast, $12 adults, kids 6 to 11, 6, and children under 6 eat free. Sunday breakfast, 30 Friese Industrial Drive in Moscow Mills.
Well, welcome back. Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the new Gateway Fiber studio. On News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, KYRO's Facebook page, Traveling News Productions Facebook and YouTube channel, Rumble. Go like, subscribe, and then, of course, also the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook page. Join us with your questions and your comments as we're discussing everything professional wrestling in these last 40 minutes. We have another break in about 20 minutes, and again, this crazy show, it just goes by so doggone fast. A little out of sorts, but we're getting through it this morning. And the next match that I'm disappointed, not in this match itself, but in you'll understand what I mean here in a moment. The Bang Bang Gang, of course, that's the Gunn Brothers. And Juice Robinson, they defeated the Dark Order, Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and it seems now the Dark Order is just those three guys. When before there was a huge conglomeration of folks in it, but I'm sad to see the way the Dark Order has fallen off to the side.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to expand on just the Dark Order, and we talked about the Iron Savages a minute ago.
Yeah.
There's a trend in, especially AEW, WWE does it too. You see a match happens on TV, you see the Dark Order, you know they're going to lose. I think something needs to be done about that because, as you were talking about, it's so many matches, it's giving guys a chance to showcase who they are, but at the same time, as educated wrestling fans, we know the Dark Order is going to lose. Is that even a fun match to watch?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, the Dark Order was pretty cool when AEW started as that dark faction.
Yeah. Even before Brody Lee got there.
Right. Agree. They had that whole cult thing going on.
Mhm.
And now, what are they? They're losers.
Wow.
Right.
To me, it started with Evil Uno, and he kind of, I thought he was the one that really developed the Dark Order.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, then Brody Lee comes in, and the tragic loss of Brody Lee. Ever since then, they just keep spiraling farther and farther down, I say, a pit of despair. That now you're like, oh, okay, well, they're going to be in a match. Well, we know who's going to win.
Right.
Yeah.
Not them.
Exactly.
Well, I for one, I'll say it for myself. I hope that they're able to find that spark. Again, I hope that they're able to get back on the winning side of things, and get their careers, I guess you could say, back on track.
Yeah.
Because it does seem like it's going the wrong way for them a lot lately.
There's a lot of people on the AEW roster.
Mm-hmm.
You'd like to see all of them succeed in one way or another.
Absolutely.
And in a way, succeeding is being on TV. They were on a pay-per-view last night.
Mm-hmm.
They were there. But at the same time, everybody needs a little momentum on their side.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Superfan?
Yeah. I'm sure they got their check.
Yeah.
It's not the winner's purse, but they showed up. They did their thing. So looks like there's another comment from Yanni Smith out there.
Yeah, she says that the overall the All Out show was all right, and the last match something happened that we're going to get into that she's not a fan of herself, and I can understand where she's coming from in that respect, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit. But right now we're going to talk about the Undisputed Kingdom. Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Roderick Strong. What has happened to Wardlow? Where is Adam Cole? Adam Cole's still on the shelf with that crazy ankle injury, and hopefully, he's able to get back before too much longer as well. But they did defeat Shane Taylor Productions, and of course that's Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, which I think the world of. I think he's got huge potential as well. But also they tag teamed with the Beast Mortos. Wow, what a specimen that dude is.
Mortos was in TNA, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a little while?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that guy. Just wanted to make sure they were the same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
They wear the same bull masks. So.
Yep.
Yeah. There's something about him. I don't know if it's the mask, but he's also really good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching him.
Now, we've seen big guys be able to move like cruiserweights, but this guy just has, I can't put my finger on it, but it's just something different about the Beast Mortos that, wow, he can move like a cat.
That mask, just the mask alone.
Yeah, I don't see how he wrestles in it.
Yeah, it's like wearing an animal. And
he becomes an animal in the ring.
Right. Yeah, and he can still do all those amazing things. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I see, and of course it was a triple threat. It was a triple threat trios match with Action Andretti and Top Flight, Darius and his brother, the Martin Boys. I'm really happy for Darius Martin because of, well, both of the boys. One was in that horrible car accident and was out for a very long time, and then Darius Martin with that crazy leg injury that he
was a bad
received.
bump that he was going to take there. I mean,
you go through a table, things happen, and sometimes they're bad. And he had a pretty bad dislocated ankle, and it took him a while to get back. But you know what? It's as if he never missed a beat when he came back. He was still flying around, Top Flight, taking to the air almost every single time still, and throwing caution to the wind.
When you're a team like Top Flight, you only know how to wrestle one way.
Mm-hmm.
he didn't spend his time in rehab learning a different style. That is his style. So if he was going to come back, he had to come back 100% and wrestle the exact same way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you want to see them get more shots at some of the big belts, whether it's the triple six-man tag for AEW, Ring of Honor, or even just Ring of Honor tag. Sammy Guevara, Dustin versus Top Flight. I would absolutely pay to see that one.
Or trios with Action Andretti.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. MJF, Maxwell, Jacob Freeman had a match with Daniel Garcia last night. And, it's no surprise to me the way that MJF is and the underhanded tactics that he uses. He picked up that win against Daniel Garcia last night.
I would have to say MJF is probably the best on the mic. I haven't heard someone besides CM Punk be able to talk. One, talk smack, and then two, back it up. It's just a matter of time before MJF is our champion again for AEW.
I agree. You said MJF took the victory, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What do you think that means for Daniel Garcia?
That's a good question because I don't think personally that it knocks him down the ladder very much because he had an awesome showing against MJF. He can hold his own against the best in AEW. He's proven that already. But he's got to pick up some victories though. In the next couple of months to really start progressing back up that ladder again. I mean, we did see him try and vie for that Intercontinental Championship, and if he wants to get back into any championship picture, he's got to pick up some wins here and there.
Right. It doesn't surprise me that MJF won. I was hoping that Garcia would have won. I felt like he needed that victory, but I hope there's a plan for him. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't want Daniel Garcia to fall into obscurity.
Yeah, same
yeah,
here.
I mean, when he showed up at the Continental Classic tournament, and he didn't have
what
the
a
best
showing he had in that tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any chance of him really falling off the radar. It's just a matter of him keep going forward. He had a great match with Will Ospreay for the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and very soon, I don't know exactly the timeline of it, but very soon I would think we're going to have another one of those Continental Championship tournaments
right around the corner. Yeah,
and I believe that he should be in that tournament if he's able to pick up some much needed wins before then.
AEW loves tournaments, don't they?
I love tournaments.
Yeah,
it reminds me. The way that they've been doing stuff, the Owen Hart Cup, the Continental Championship Tournament, and other things that they've been doing, it does remind me of a blueprint from New Japan where they do Super Junior and G1 Climax and tag team tournaments and all. I love it. I absolutely, can't get enough of it myself.
It's a tournament is a story within itself. I have to say I like it too.
Mm-hmm,
There's just a lot of them.
100%.
Well, it's like every year I look forward to the Crockett Cup tournament for tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the whole independent scene because you just don't know who's going to show up and who's going to come out on top.
For sure, absolutely. Now this match, this one surprised me. I really thought that the challengers were going to be able to pick up the championships and be also double champions in AEW. The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, the tag team champions, went up against BCC, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. And I tell you what, gentlemen, the Young Bucks find a way every single time as of late to come out with their hands raised, and that's exactly what happened again last night.
Well, when you're the EVP, you get to do whatever you want.
Were there underhanded tactics that took place?
Yeah.
Okay.
As usual.
Yeah. Well, not surprised. But the BCC still has the trios titles. So
there's got to be something done, though, I think. about those crazy shoes that they use with the thumbtacks.
Did they use the shoes last
From
night?
what I'm being told,
Okay.
they did.
All right.
So there's got to be something done about this.
Well, Christopher Daniels is their counterpart, right? So,
But even he's not getting anything to. He's basically forcing them into matches.
he's forcing them into matches and can't control the outcome.
Right.
So what does he
Yeah.
do next to stop it?
That's a good question. That's a really good question, and maybe we might see some answers starting on this coming Wednesday on Dynamite, hopefully. But another tremendous match. I was looking forward to this one, and I'm going to go back and watch it all over again. Will Ospreay, the Intercontinental Champion.
International.
I'm sorry. I get those mixed up. They're too close to get together. International Champion, of course, defeating MJF for that at the last major event for All In, or for AEW at All In. He went up against Pac, and I hard-hitting match, absolutely,
Yeah.
and loving every second of it. Will Ospreay picking up that win over Pac. Surprising, but not surprising. You know what I mean?
I was at the first All Out. I made the drive up to Chicago because I was excited to see the show.
Mhm.
And when Pac beat Kenny Omega,
yeah,
I mean, Pac will pull out a win like that every once in a while.
Mhm.
I'm not surprised to see that Will Ospreay picked up the victory, though.
So who is going to be? I guess the question is the next challenger for Will Ospreay. We're going to find out. We're going to find out soon, very, very soon. And he keeps climbing the ladder, which is really very cool to see. I think Will Ospreay, I think highly of him, and I think he's one of the best wrestlers out there on the planet today. And he proves it every time he steps into the ring.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Another one, and I'm not sure, this is one of the matches that I did miss. However, Chris Statlander with Stokely Hathaway. She had a Chicago street fight with Willow Nightingale, and I'm not sure if it was for that CMLL Women's Championship. If it was, then Chris Statlander is the new champion because she defeated Willow Nightingale last night.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure it's for the title, because Willow won at All In. She named a stipulation for a street fight.
Right, and that's all I'd heard was that it was going to be a street fight.
But the interview that they had on Collision Friday night, pretty sure that the title was on the line.
And I missed it because running to the restroom, getting something to eat, whatever the case may be. But if that's the case, we've got a new champion in Chris Statlander. Look out, because she's another one of those forces to be reckoned with. Another one real quick. We were talking about the Continental Championship 4-way here. It was Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. If he was to win, he'd be 2 belts.
There's a lot of belts.
A lot of belts. A lot of belts. Orange Cassidy, Konosuke, Takeshita, who I am just over the hill with because every time he steps into the ring, you better keep your eyes open and watch him because he does phenomenal things. Going up against the champion, Kazuchika Okada, and somehow, some way, by hook, by crook, Okada coming out with that victory and retaining the Continental Championship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anybody knocking Okada off for a while.
Have you guys been impressed with Okada since he joined?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes and no. I think his in-ring work has been good.
It's been solid.
It's been solid.
But he has so much more to
offer.
offer.
Yes, absolutely. But I also don't like and this is just me personally,
Yeah.
I don't like the verbiage that's coming from him on his little skits that he does and interviews and stuff. It's not Kazuchika Okada, if you know what I mean.
He came to AEW and became a character, which I don't know if anybody even wants. But he's getting it over in a way.
Sure.
You know,
slowly, but
yeah.
I mean, he's the rainmaker for a reason.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he definitely has been making it rain.
You know, I'll throw this out there. The person I actually, the Takeshna Beast Mortals match was just incredible.
Yeah.
And, you know, my personal opinion, I think Mortal should get a shot. I also think Lance Archer should get a shot.
Lance Archer is one of those guys that I was talking about, you know, Dark Order. When is the last time Lance Archer won anything?
He wins a lot on Ring of Honor.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's AEW. It's just that you're close. But, I mean, if he would have beat Mark Bristow, I'm sure the next thing, you know, he's going after ROH title.
I mean, if he wins that ROH title, that would be a good thing for Lance Archer.
Yeah.
He has, in my opinion, no momentum whatsoever, and he's a monster.
Yeah.
You know, another comment from Yancey Smith on the Facebook feeds. You know, in-ring work, great for Okada, but I don't care for the charisma and the B word he does. It just doesn't connect with me when he says that, but I think it pops the majority of the crowd, though. And Yancey's correct. It does pop most of the crowd.
I mean, the crowd's there to have fun. So you hear somebody
Exactly.
like Okada who doesn't speak English, and he says that
it's
we're like,
funny.
oh, that's kind of funny.
It's funny. I'll give it that. It's funny from time to time, but it's starting to lose that
luster.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the right word for it. It's starting to lose that luster.
If you use it sparingly, I think it works. But just to end every interview with that word,
Well, we are up against our last break here for Uncensored Wrestling Talk on a glorious Sunday morning here in East Lincoln County, St. Louis area. But when we come back, we're going to finish out talking about the last three matches for All Out, championship matches in tow, and we'll be right back here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-308-8292. That's 800-308-8292. 800-308-8292.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Oh, it's been a great family business. My dad started the company, and we have been in business a long time. And really what keeps us in business, I think, is just working with our good customers and clients and the relationships that we're able to build. It's really important to us, our agents, to build that relationship, but provide the service to this your local community.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
You can reach us at and look at all our properties at MeyerListings.com. You can also call us at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
Seidenstricker Nobe Partners is extending our Diggin' Low Rates offer on John Deere compact construction equipment. Get behind the wheel of a powerful G-Series track loader, skid steer, or compact excavator with financing options as low as 0%. Don't miss this opportunity to upgrade your equipment and elevate your productivity. Visit snpartners.com for more information. Seidenstricker Nobe, your partner for the job site.
Offer valid through 8/31/2024. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center, online at MeyerListings.com. Scattered clouds in Troy, getting down to 43 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 80s. Sky is clear likely. Temperatures in the upper 80s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy, it's 66. In Wentzville, it's 66 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate, or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back. Uncensored Wrestling Talk, live here in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, also on all of our Facebook, YouTube, Rumble feeds. Join in again, in on the conversation. I want to say thank you so much to everyone that has already. I want to say thank you so much for the well wishes that have come to me through Superfan, through our referee H.D. Daniels, and everybody else that has personally reached out to me. I'm doing okay. Things are going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. Show must go on, right, gentlemen? So let's continue on. A couple more matches to get through on All Out. And Two Belt Monet. She is the TBS Women's Champion. She is the NJPW Strong Women's Champion, and she had a match last night with Hikaru Shida, and what a hell of a competitor Hikaru Shida is. 3-time AEW Women's World Champion, has held so many belts around this globe. If you blink twice and not pay attention, she'll pick up that win and she'll capture a championship from you. But
yeah, she'll unsee that katana and hit you with that roundhouse kick.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, lights
now,
out.
In this match, though, last night, Camille, that brick house that Mercedes Monet has now hired to be by her side, banned from ringside. And I thought, wow, okay, this is going to give Shida the absolute opportunity to win that championship. But again, Two Belt Mercedes Monet retaining and coming out as still your TBS champion.
Yeah, not surprised about that at all. Mercedes definitely has a momentum on her side, even without Camille.
Any chance in your mind, any chance that we see, because she's not under contract right now to anybody, Becky Lynch coming over to AEW and facing off with Mercedes Monet?
It's hard to say. I think Becky's doing the mom thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she would go back to WWE. That's where her husband is. Would it be cool television? Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
A lot of pops, Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if Becky's heart is in wrestling as it used to be. I mean, after becoming a mom, you kind of tell that that's where her heart is, and absolutely understandable. That's where her heart is.
Could be. It could be. The AEW World Heavyweight Championship was on the line last night as Bryan Danielson, who won that championship a couple weeks ago at All In, going up against the scapegoat, as he likes to call himself now, the one and only former Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. And, Danielson was able to pull out the win against Jack Perry. But what happened afterwards is some of the stuff that we've been alluding to, the antics by some folks in this industry, is uncalled for. And we saw Killswitch, formerly known as Luchasaurus, come down, get in the ring, have a little bit of a standoff with Jack Perry. Nothing really happening out of that though, because the Patriarchy come down the ring apron or down the ring ramp. Luchasaurus goes out and joins them because we know Christian Cage is going to get a match with Bryan Danielson in the very near future.
Well, he has that open contract to cash in any time. So.
Exactly.
Is it like Money in the Bank anytime?
Similar. And I thought for sure last night that he was going to cash it in.
You got that feeling at first.
Mhm.
But then here come out Jon Moxley. He stood between them and the ring, staring straight at them, as if to be saying through his eyes, go ahead, take a step. Come through. And then all of a sudden, here comes Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Pac even. And I thought it was just with Pac, it was just this 6-man thing. He's doing still his own thing. But it seems to me that he's
a full member.
It seems to be. Mm-hmm. It seems to me that he's a full member. It hasn't been announced yet, of course.
Right.
But it seems to be that he's BCC all the way. And then also, of course, Marina Shafir. What a beast of a woman she is. They stand off of patriarchy. They move off, back up the ramp, backing up, turn around, get out of there. Then they get into the ring. And, you're thinking, wow, it's going to be one heck of a celebration here. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, as they say, Claudio Castagnoli, of all people, European uppercut to the champ, Bryan Danielson. And he fell backwards and had this shocked look on his face of, what are you doing? And then the unthinkable happened, where Jon Moxley, standing behind Bryan Danielson with a clear plastic bag, putting it over his head and suffocating Bryan until almost the point that he was turning blue. Finally, some folks were able to get in there because, Marina Shafir was holding people off. Claudio Castagnoli was holding people off. What was a little bit more surprising as well, though, surprising, not surprising, Pac was holding back Wheeler Yuta in a corner, and Wheeler Yuta was basically like, why are you doing this? This isn't right.
So he wasn't in on that.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So, and that lies the dynamic of Wheeler Yuta, Pac, Claudio Castagnoli are the 6-man champions. Where this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see the BCC break up because, everybody knows that Bryan Danielson has been training Yuta over and over and teaching him everything as the heir apparent to Bryan Danielson.
Well, Danielson was also the co-creator of the group.
Yes.
Right.
With Jon Moxley.
And if you think back, when Danielson was injured, Claudio joined that club because Danielson was injured. He took his spot.
He took his spot against Jack Sabres Jr.
Claudio took the first shot and basically kicked him out of the group, I guess.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that
yet.
You're absolutely 100% correct. And it just, where do we go now with all of this? Because you've got Claudio, Jon Moxley, Marina Shafir. You've got Pac along with them, and it seems Wheeler Yuta is on the opposite side, on the outside, with these guys.
One thing I'm thinking about is this whole thing with Darby. So this is the first I'm hearing of this beatdown because we were so busy at the WLW show last night. So right now I'm listening to your recap of the beatdown, kicking Danielson out of the group. But remember, Jon Moxley's been calling out Darby Allin. We don't know why.
Yeah.
So what's going on with all that?
And then also we saw earlier in the week Jon Moxley getting in the ring with Tony Schiavone, having a short and sweet and quick interview, but at the end of that interview saying, this company is not yours. Wow.
And this week he just said, Darby, I just want to talk. Let's have a conversation. But
I'm worried for him.
Yeah, if I was Darby, I wouldn't want to stand in there and have a conversation with him.
He's Darby.
He's Darby.
He'll do it anyway. I mean, yeah.
I will say this about Darby Allin. He's the most daredevilish of them all in AEW, and that includes the Young Bucks and anybody else that does crazy antics. It's nuts.
Thumbtacks glued to your head.
Right.
He'll be there.
Yes. Thumbtacks glued to your head with thumbtacks glued to shoes that are connecting to your head in the same areas.
Yep.
Good Lord, have mercy. Help me.
Then we were talking earlier about Danny Garcia.
Yep.
I see Danny Garcia going back and probably helping
Darby?
No.
Okay.
Brian Danielson.
Oh, Brian Danielson. Yeah. He's going to be thrown into that.
I could see him being pulled up into the fray.
Possibly. You might be right. And we've got about 5 minutes left in the show, and we've got to get to this last bit. Something that Yancy Smith was referring to in her comments here. You know, it was Hangman Adam Page up against Swerve Strickland in that lights out steel cage. You know, she says the overall the All Out show was all right. The last match, and this is where I have issues with some of these matches that are going on in AEW. The last match where Swerve got the needle in the cheek, I wasn't a fan of as myself, who hates needles in general. I'm right there with you. I don't like needles either. But seeing it poked into the mouth was hard to even look at. And that's my problem with some of these matches. They do way too over-the-top things that are just too doggone dangerous.
But we already talked about how many matches have been on this show. The answer was a lot.
Yes.
So they're trying to give us a mix of everything.
Sure.
If you don't want to watch it, I guess you don't have to.
But is it stepping over the line, though? Is it going too far when you're involving especially things like needles?
Is it stepping over the line?
It's a hard question, isn't it?
It is, because it sounds like it may step over the line for you, but obviously not for them. It's worth it to them for whatever reason that they have to do it.
And there are fans. Mm-hmm. There are fans out there, Yancy Smith, and all the others that kind of side with me on this one. There are fans out there that absolutely love every bit of this, and are deathmatch lovers.
Yeah,
too.
That's what it's turning into, a death match.
Yep.
Every single time, we're going to work out the grudge in a death match.
But then we don't really see it in the grudge.
Right.
That's my also other problem with these crazy matches that we're having.
So, there was a point in time, and Moxley hasn't wrestled for a while, but he bled every match, right?
Right.
The blood meant nothing.
Right.
He enjoyed it, obviously. He did it every single time. But I think there's still an audience for it, to just be the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
The fan base is still watching. They're not being turned away from it.
Mm-hmm. This is true, 100%. Hey, we've only got a couple minutes left in the show. That was basically your card for AEW All Out. If you haven't seen that one yet, hey, by all means, go grab it, watch it, because I know I'm gonna go and watch the last, the parts that I missed. I know that you're pretty intrigued now.
I'm gonna go home and watch it with my son.
Exactly. And Superfan, I know you're gonna.
Oh yeah, I'll pick it up.
always. Anything stand out with you guys in the last couple of minutes, real quick, with WWE from this week? One quick standout.
Is Bloodline losing their? I'll use luster again. Are they losing momentum? Because it didn't seem like a lot of people cared about them on Friday.
Even though they did pick up that win in that 8-man tag match against the Street Profits and DIY.
Yeah, Solo came out, challenged again for the title, and it was like, well, who cares?
Here we go again.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to see Jacob Fatu.
Boy, that guy is definitely truly a buzzsaw.
Cody tried.
Right, he tried, and that guy's just going to be a beast.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Impervious to pain.
How are you guys digging the United States Championship reign of L.A. Knight? Yeah.
I'm a fan of him back when he was Eli Drake.
Absolutely. 100%.
The yeah button.
Yeah, the dummy button.
The dummy button.
Yes, I was just about to bring that up because this morning I was going through Facebook just looking at stuff and seeing all the awesome messages that was being sent to me, and one of the things that popped up was that bit that they did in the ring with the dummy button with Eli Drake and the Cowboy James Storm, and I couldn't help but laugh and grin and just relive that whole entire thing all over again.
Great times at Impact. But I'm enjoying his reign.
Absolutely.
I just hope they don't do a triple man with
Carmelo
and
Andrade. Yeah.
Well, Superfan Tim Williams, HD Daniels, our referee. I want to again thank you guys for coming in again this morning and helping me out. I do appreciate the both of you. I am Sarge Phillips. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. And again, thank you to everybody that watches and listens and have sent their well wishes to me. And we will see you all again next week right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk here in the new Gateway Fiber Studios here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Go watch some wrestling.
The Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 12 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Pam Puso. They'll debate.
Of this race and of the importance of reflecting the broad coalition that's coming together to support her.
Cheney on ABC's This Week. Supporters of Mr. Trump also like their odds.
I'm optimistic about our chances to regain the majority.
GOP Senator John Cornyn on Fox News Sunday.